getting ready to take the pork butt out of the fridge, but to start with, I need to take and make a mop sauce. If you're not familiar with what a mop sauce is, it is basic. It's a basting sauce, and it works great for pork butt, especially. It keeps it moist. Mop sauce is actually really easy to make. This works great on pork chops, pork loin, any meats that are going to dry out can use some form of mop sauce. For mine, I'm using 1 cup brown sugar. I will use 1 cup apple cider vinegar. And a sauce like this can be made, it can be made up however you want it to be made up. You can make it with beer if you'd like. You could make it with pretty much whatever. It needs to have the way I do it, it needs to have a sweet and spicy and tangy, I guess, flavor to it. I'm also going to use some regular apple cider in this. And if it turns out to be a little bit thick, I'll just add water. It's not a big deal. That's the nice thing about barbecue as opposed to baking. Anything goes. Within reason. If you make it too spicy for your wife, she's probably going to get mad at you. Unless she likes spicy. Where my wife, she can't handle spicy. So this next part, she doesn't like. But she doesn't eat pork, so we don't really care. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of red pepper flake. And let's get it out of there. Okay, we're going to go old school. We'll call that 1 and 2. And as your pork butt is cooking, this isn't going to add, it's going to add a little bit of the peppery on top, but it's really going to add the sweetness to help caramelize the outside of that pork butt. And next, whisk and just whisk it all together. Once it's dissolved, you just let it sit. Now that right there is a very simple, quick mop sauce. So we will come back here in just a moment. We're going to unwrap the pork butt. And the way I'm going to be doing mine is I will be cooking it overnight. The event that I'm going to is going to wind up being on Thursday evening. So I would really like it to sit in the fridge for one more day. But my daughter, being as indecisive and womanly as she is, couldn't pick a day to do this. So we had to make an executive decision, and I got the pork in a day later than I'd like to. So it'll still turn out, when does barbecue go bad? Well, we'll be back in just a bit, and we will get the butt out. Well, now we're ready to take the pork butt out of the fridge and get it onto our cutting board. But I am going to put a sheet pan down to help mitigate some of the mess. So what we have here is our pork butt, all seasoned up. This is about an 8-pound pork butt, so we'll just go ahead and open it up. And let's see here. The way I'm going to do this is by basically just unwrapping it like a gift, I guess. Hopefully you guys are seeing what's happening. Not that this is really that exciting. Just like that. And again like that. And across like this. Now we're just going to let that sit there for about half hour or so. Let it come up to room temp. And then I'm going to take a look at it. If need be, I will add a little bit more seasoning to it to cover it up. We want to make sure it's got a good crust on it. And while this is coming to room temp, we're going to go out and we're going to get the grill started. Now, I've got my grill all filled up with pellets right over here. We are running, let me get you over there, I guess. As you can see, it's kind of late at night here, so I'm trying to keep things down a little bit. Don't want to wake the neighbors up. But as you can see, we're filled up with pellets. We're using apple pellets today. And I'm using my Pit Boss XL. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I will bring you in here real quick. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not. I'm not able to really. I have this lined with foil again to help clean up. And here we go. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can get you back to the grill. Like I say, it is kind of dark here. But okay, and here we go. Whoop, there. But I had an accident. For me, I'm just gonna hit the start button and set our temp. We're gonna go for 200, and we're actually going to be smoking it at a lower temp than that. I can set it on my phone, I think for like 185. And that's how it's gonna run overnight. That's gonna give me a nice deep smoke. And yeah. So this is gonna have to start heating up. Once I get smoke coming out of it, I'll close it up and I will just let it heat up. And by the time this is heated up, the pork will be ready to come out. Okay, we have the grill up to temperature. And for this next part, I am going to glove up. Again, it helps with the cleanup. This way, the hands won't be quite as sticky, and yeah. So, and then what I'm going to be doing right now, the fat cap is down. When I put it on the grill, I'm going to have the fat cap up, because you want that fat to be basting the pork butt while it cooks. So get the grill opened up here. I placed a water bath here inside the grill. That's just going to help maintain the temperature a little bit. It's also going to help keep moisture inside the grill as I'm cooking overnight. So here we go. Oh yeah. That looks good. We're gonna put that cap down up, just like that. Okay. Now I will deglove. Put it all in there. And what I am gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit more of my seasoning mix to the top of this pork butt. Just like that. Now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now, and I will come out here in about an hour, and I will add my first layer of my mop sauce onto it. And then I'm just going to let it ride until about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll come and baste it again. And I'll probably go back to bed for another hour or so. And we're going to cook this thing until it hits an internal temperature of about 200 degrees, 215, somewhere in there. And then we're going to pull it, and then it's going to get rested. So we will come back in an hour, we will mop it, and then we are going to go to bed. See you in an hour. Well, we're back here at the grill. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and this is a good time to check the temperature of the grill. Make sure your grill is running what you have it set for down here, and that it's somewhat close up here. Every grill has a hot spot. My grill, the hot spot's on this end, which makes sense because this is where the stack is at. It's over right here. What I'm going to use, I'm going to go ahead and use an infrared thermometer. Just going to hit the grill real quick, see what we get. According to this, the outside of my grill is at 116. According to the gauge here, we should be about 180. So let's look to see what we are inside. Oh, come on. Granted, the longer we keep this open, the more we lose. We're right around 160 inside the grill, so we're going to want to close it up here pretty quick. What I'm going to do, just a second here, my grill comes equipped with meat probes. If you guys haven't used these on a grill before and you're trying to smoke meat, even if you're trying to barbecue up like a steak, something like that, these are indispensable. Now I've just got to get them untangled. The joy of when you're done with stuff, you just kind of throw it in, throw it in a drawer, and until next time. Aha, there we go. Got one loose. Make sure it's the right one for my grill. Open up. Oh, that one doesn't work. Let's try a different one. I somehow wound up with different meat probes for different things. Should have known that wasn't the right one because it did not have a grill clip on it. Here we go. Now we're straightened up. This is a lot like untangling Christmas lights. And the reason I'm gloved up is I'm going to be handling that pork butt again. There we go. I think there we go. Where's it? Here we are. See, I have these things right here. I'll get you in there. Right there. These clamp into my grill grate. And just like so. And it just pulls through. Come down here. And I hook it up. And yes, I do have a reading now. And we have something else going on here. Let's see. Want to make sure we do. There we go. Put this right here. Now we're going to take this. We're just going to put it into the thickest part of the pork. In there, kind of like so. And then we're going to give it the first bath of our brine, or the stuff, the slurry we're going to put on top of it. It's getting late, brain isn't working. And this thing that I'm using on top here, this right here, this is actually a mop. And hence for the mop sauce. There we go. Now, we're going to close this grill up. We're not going to touch it again till morning. We're running it at a low temperature. All we're getting into it now is just pure smoke. We're not really cooking it yet. That'll come about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to put this in the fridge to keep it. And remove the gloves because we don't need them anymore. And we will come back in the morning. We'll see what kind of progress we have on this bad boy. And trick to you guys, for you guys and gals that decide to do this, if you wind up with leftover mop sauce, after you get your pork all shredded up, you can add some of this to it. It's going to add that sweetness. It's going to add that sour note. It's going to add the sweet note. Remember, this is made with apple cider vinegar, apple cider. It's made with, I did add a little bit of salt to it, and I added some lemon pepper to help with the pepper side of it. Normally I would have added peppercorns, but it's getting late. I didn't want to dig through the cabinet to find the peppercorns, so we just ran with it like this. So, with that, we will catch you guys and gals in, according to my watch, about 4.5, 5 hours. But for you, it'll be like that. See you in a bit. Oh, we've made it to the end of the burn. So we are going to pull the pork butt out. We're going to put it in this hotel pan, and we will see what the product comes out like. I had to wrap it to get that final about 10 degrees out of it. So let's get this thing unwrapped, see what we got. And oh, look at that. This out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out of here so it doesn't get lost. Now I have some gloves I use just for grilling. These are just a pair of leather welding gloves, and they work out perfect for this. So I'm going to pull it here. Oh, look at that. That right there is what I call a very nicely done pork butt. Put it in there. Now we can shut the grill off to cool down. I'm gonna leave this here for now. Heck with it. So we will come back at the end, and we will go ahead and we will start pulling the pork. I've got a method I'll show you for that. It works great. So we'll be back shortly. I gotta let this thing cool off for about an hour, make it so I can handle it. I've got the pork butt here. I've cut it into pieces, that are not real big, but big enough that you can still handle. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them, put them in a KitchenAid mixer, just like, and just drop it right in like that. Turn the mixer on. And go like that, raise it up. We are now shredding. So we are going to have pulled pork without doing all the work using these things. This makes life just so much easier. Just keep adding. And adding. So I got a piece trying to get away. That's all right. Once I get done with this, I'll show you how I'll finish it off. Now, the final step to my pork butt. As you can see, sending it through the mixer, I got it nice and shredded. There's some bigger chunks in there, that's fine. I mean, you don't want it to be just, yeah, you want some texture there. You want to make sure you keep some of the bark. Now, when I finish it up, I reserve some of the mop sauce right here. Now this is sweet, salty, spicy, all of the above. Just kind of take and just drizzle it over the top. This is almost like a Carolina, I think, barbecue sauce. Granted, I am in Idaho, so what do I know about Carolina barbecue sauce? Or, I mean, I know it's more of a vinegar based. So like that. Get in there, mix it up. Just like that. Get it. Don't be afraid to get in with your hands. And sometimes you get some pieces that are stuck together. That's fine. Get in there with your hands. Get yourself dirty a little bit. Barbecue is all about getting dirty. Right there. And we'll add a little bit more here. Finish it off. There we go. Give it another mix. And there. That is how I do my pulled pork. Now, I wish you could taste this, because if you look at that, the smoke on that, absolutely delicious. So, with that, I'm going to let all of you go. I hope this was informative. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them. We will see you later.